Hello everyone, welcome to another video from S.I.T. Today I'm going to show you very simple day-to-day Excel functions and formulas that will make your work life so easy. If you're an accountant, then you need to stick around till the end of this video. If you're a student, it's good for you. If you work in an office and you work with Excel, these are very simple formulas and functions that will help make your life so easy. Now, if this is your first time on this channel, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button on the right hand side of the screen and click on the notification bell so that anytime we release a video, you'll be the very first to see it. Thank you and stay tuned, and let's get into the video. If function. If function. If function usually is used for decision making. If you want to make a decision based on certain criteria, you can easily use the if function to do that. So we are going to look at this. Looking at these values, we are going to use an if function to determine the values that are more than 20,000. Values that are more than 20,000. So we'll see how that goes. So to use the if function, all you need to do is to click your equal to sign, and then you type if. So first thing is telling you what do you want, the logical reason, the logic, or the formula that you want to base your decision on. So in this case, we want to check if this value is greater than 20,000. So that is our logic. And the next one is, if it is true, what should happen? So now we are going to do, if it is true, you should just write true there for us. So I'll put it in a string. I'll type true. So if it's true, you should say, so I can even say value is greater than 20,000. And the next option is, when it is false, what should be done? So we can say value value is value is less than 20,000, and press the enter key. Boom, like that. So you can see that this is greater than 20,000. So to see whether it works, let me just label this to as if function. Okay, so I drag it down to here. So you can see that we have greater than. Okay, let's check this one. This one seems not to be working. This is just 3,000, which is less than 20,000. So let's look at our function once more. So here is where the problem is. So do less than and run it through. So you see that over here it has worked. This is less than 20,000. So that is how the if function is used. The next function we look at is the vlookup function. vlookup function vlookup function vlookup function The vlookup function allows you to look up a value in another range and return a corresponding value. Example, if you look over here, each of these items have a debit and credit values. Now, I want to use the VLOOKUP to pick the credit values and display them here. So in this case, I'm going to reference, or I'm going to look for this inside this range, and then I'll return the credit value into this place. Okay, so let's look at how this works. Let's look at how it works. So for starters, I'll use equal to, and then I'll type VLOOKUP, double click to select, and then what am I looking for? In this case, I'm looking for staff loan. So I click on it, and then I press comma. It's asking me where do I want to look for the item, or where do I want the VLOOKUP function to look for the item, which is a table array. So this is where I wanted to look for it. So I'm selecting all these items together with the debit and credit values. So select it. Now you usually need to fix it because I plan moving the formula down the column. So to fix it, you press F4 to do that. So I've fixed it. I press the comma, and then it's asking me which of the columns do I want to select. So in this case, we have A, which is 1, B, which is 2, and C, which is 3, which is the credit values. So we'll type in 3 because we want the values of the credit, not the debit. We want the credit. Then the next one is asking us for the range lookup. So whether you want it to set for the exact item, or you want it to set for something that looks like, or an approximate match. In this case, we want the exact match, so we use false, which is the second option. So false, and then we close the bracket and press the enter key. So you can see that I have 22,886.34, which is here, which corresponds to the staff loan. So I'll drag it down to get the rest of the values. Simple as that. So this is how the VLOOKUP works. Very simple formula, but very powerful. Now, if you have Office 365, there's an advanced and improved version of the VLOOKUP, which is called the XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP. You can check it out and see how that one works. XLOOKUP. It's very similar, but with more powerful than the VLOOKUP. The last and final function we are looking at today in this video is the trim function. The trim function actually deals with removing empty spaces before or after a cell, or what is in a cell. So it will remove the empty space before, and also remove it after, when this after. So I'll introduce some spaces in front and at the beginning of this cells, and then let's see what happens. So if I introduce a space here and I move, you see that the value is gone because you can't find the corresponding value. So that's how it is. So I introduce spaces, and you see immediately I introduce the spaces, the values go because it cannot find a corresponding value. So do this one at the back, see that the value is gone. Now this is where the trim function actually works. So I can actually trim this cell, remove the spaces before and after for it to be able to get a match here. So I can just introduce, go back to the formulas, and then that cell is called the G1. So I go there and I introduce a trim function. So trim it nicely so that my value is back. If I drag it all, I see that all the values are back because the trim actually removes the spaces before and after the letter so that you can actually search. That is the use of the trim. Very simple but very powerful. So this brings us to the end of the video.